is Shedrick Morgan, and I'm doing a speech on Ruby Sells, and the speech is called "How Can You Heal from Racial Division?" She was an activist and educator. She has traveled around the world, looking deeply in the country about healing and searching for sources of healing. And she's been asking the same question over and over the years. How has racism changed over the years? It's not necessarily why people, it's a system she believes. She shares her thoughts and reflecting as a freedom fighter in civil rights movement and offering new thinking on pathways from racial justice. She tells a story how she was working as a slave and also as a college student, and her friends went to a store and a white man asked her to move and she was brutally beaten. Prior to that, she didn't speak to white people for like 6 months prior, like didn't speak at all to them, like to the opposite race. She feels like we should use technology and programs and resources to help change racism and bring awareness to the cause for people could know the history and hopefully provide change. And I believe Ruby Sells is a woman that understands that racism still exists. There's still division among races and ethnicities, whether that's white, Hispanic, black, African Americans. And the difference is when you call a person African American, a lot of people don't realize African Americans get offended when a black American say they're African, because they'll say you're not from Africa. And some whites in this world that still believe and that the South should be a certain way. It should be this set of people and my set of people. And I'm pretty sure people know those states like Alabama, Mississippi, and even Florida. And mainly the southern part, I forgot what we called them, the 13 colonies. So it hasn't changed. And even in the education system, when we take tests, we are racially divided by race and color: black, African American, white. So when you compare us statistically to everything. Oh, the white person scored this, the black person scored that, the African or the Asian scored this. Well, that's math. And then in schools in general, we have a law that when we apply for colleges, they gotta have it diverse. A certain amount of each race gotta be in the college. Why is that? Because they know that it's a couple people that's still racist, and the dean of admissions will put some people more qualified than others. So they gotta try to keep a balance. And I give a lot of people credit to that, because that's a good start. But I believe that you gotta do more than that. You gotta really start breaking down these barriers, because the private schools still separate, because you got the cream of the crop going to IMG academies, the Christian academies, and University Christians, Episcopals of the world, the Bowls of the world, and other schools that a lot of people are unable to go to. The American Headers that cost so much in tuition. And I believe that everyone should have that same opportunity, and that they need to open more doors and stop separating people, and stop separating races and keeping us from greatness. Because I'll be honest, the education system is flawed. Racism is still here, and it still exists to this day. As you see on the news every day, you'll see a white cop beating on a black man. You see this often and often over again. So that's how I feel, and I just hope Ruby Sells' dream comes to tuition, like Martin Luther King, the Malcolm X's. I believe the Rosa Parks, Clinton, everybody. I just want their dreams to continue and to grow, and hopefully bring them forward together, that one day racism won't exist, and we leave that in the past. Now, there's nothing wrong with knowing our history. I just want it to change, and that's all.